Rachel Carson was a famous writer and scientist who made an important contribution to the world. Her most famous book is called Silent Spring, which changed the way people think about nature and the environment. Carson was born in the United States in 1907. From a young age, she loved nature and animals. She enjoyed exploring forests, studying birds, and learning about the world around her. Her love for nature stayed with her throughout her life. Carson studied biology at college and later worked as a marine biologist. She spent much of her life studying the oceans and the creatures that live in them. Carson's interest in the environment and the effects of chemicals on it led her to write about important issues. One of the most significant issues she wrote about was the use of pesticides, especially DDT. Pesticides are chemicals used to kill insects that harm plants and crops. However, Carson discovered that these chemicals were harmful not only to insects, but also to other animals, including birds. In Silent Spring, Carson explained how pesticides were poisoning the environment. She described how the chemicals were harming plants, animals, and even humans. She wrote about the dangers of pesticides in a way that was easy to understand, making sure that everyone could see how serious the problem was. Carson's writing was clear and powerful, and it helped people see the importance of protecting nature. She argued that humans should be more careful about how they use chemicals, especially those that can harm the environment. At the time Carson wrote Silent Spring, many people did not understand the dangers of pesticides. Farmers and industries used them freely, believing that they were necessary to protect crops. But Carson's book opened the eyes of many people to the fact that these chemicals were causing serious damage to the natural world. The book caused a huge reaction. Some people criticized Carson, saying that she was exaggerating the dangers of pesticides. They also argued that using pesticides was necessary to produce enough food. However, many others supported Carson's ideas and began to demand changes in the way pesticides were used. Silent Spring helped start the environmental movement, which focuses on protecting the planet and its resources. Carson's work led to important changes in laws about the use of chemicals. Governments began to regulate the use of pesticides more strictly, and some harmful chemicals were banned. Rachel Carson's writing had a lasting impact on how people think about nature and the environment. Her work changed the way people view the relationship between humans and the natural world. She showed that the health of the environment is closely connected to the health of humans. Carson's work inspired many others to become environmentalists and to work to protect the planet. Though Rachel Carson died in 1964, her legacy lives on. Her work continues to inspire new generations of people who care about protecting nature. Carson's story is an important reminder of the power of one person to make a difference. Her courage and determination helped change the world for the better. Through her writing, Carson showed the importance of speaking up for what is right, even when it is difficult. Her love for nature and her concern for the environment led her to take action, and her work continues to have an impact today. Rachel Carson's work reminds us that the health of the planet is everyone's responsibility. We must all work together to protect the natural world so that future generations can enjoy its beauty and resources. Her story encourages us to care for the environment and take steps to ensure its protection. The world owes much to Rachel Carson for the changes she helped bring about, and her example inspires us to continue her work. Carson's story teaches us that even in difficult times, one person can make a change. She stood up for nature when others did not understand the problem, and her words reached people all over the world. People began to see the damage caused by the chemicals in the air, water, and soil. They started to realize that protecting the environment was necessary not only for wildlife, but also for human health. Carson helped people understand that nature was not something separate from human life. It was something humans depended on for food, clean water, and air. Her writing helped people see that caring for nature was part of caring for themselves. Carson's book made many people think about how they were using the Earth's resources. It made them realize that they could make a difference in protecting the environment. Many people started using fewer chemicals in their gardens, choosing to grow plants in safer ways. Others began to reduce the waste they produced, recycle more, and use fewer plastic items. Carson's work inspired a new generation of scientists, writers, and everyday people to take action. Her influence led to the creation of many environmental laws and organizations aimed at protecting wildlife and natural habitats. Her ideas also helped shape the growth of green technology, which focuses on using safer materials and methods in industry and farming. As a result of her work, people became more aware of the need to protect forests, oceans, and rivers. Her writing helped create a more sustainable world, where people work to ensure that nature is not harmed by human activity. Rachel Carson's legacy is seen today in the efforts to preserve endangered species, reduce pollution, and use natural resources wisely. The fight against climate change, the protection of biodiversity, and the promotion of renewable energy are all part of her vision. Her book Silent Spring remains an important part of environmental education. It is still read by students and environmental activists who want to understand the history of the movement. Carson's life reminds us that each of us can play a role in protecting the Earth. By living in a way that respects nature, we can help preserve the planet for future generations. Rachel Carson's example shows us that even the smallest actions can have a big impact. Her words still inspire millions of people around the world who care about the environment. She showed that everyone has the power to make a difference, and that even one voice can change the world. Her love for nature, her dedication to scientific research, and her courage to speak the truth have left a lasting impact on the planet. Today, Rachel Carson is remembered not only as a writer and scientist, but also as a hero who helped protect the world. Her story will continue to inspire people to take care of the Earth for many years to come. We can all learn from Rachel Carson's life and work, and we can all contribute to making the world a better place for future generations.